Just as they decide to separate, Linda and Paxton find life has other plans when they are stuck at home in a mandatory lockdown. Cohabitation is proving to be a challenge, but it will bring them closer together in the most surprising way. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Locked Down. This just premiered tonight on HBO Max. It stars Chiwetel Ejiofor and Anne Hathaway. Now, Paxton is Ejiofor and Linda is Hathaway. And this basically takes place during a 2-week lockdown in the UK. Paxton and Linda have kind of decided to go their separate ways after 10 years. They kind of grown apart. But then they get locked down for 2 weeks, and for some reason they can't go live at different places. I'm not sure why. That's never really explained. But we get to see their relationship and how it's progressed and come to the point during the 2-week lockdown. And some of it's like really kind of hard to watch. It's not like cringe per se. It's just like you're just like, oh, really? You know, it's hard to explain for me. Like, I really kind of found that there were a lot of moments that were just really strange, even I thought between them. So it was really kind of an interesting thing to watch, but I think that's what they were going for, is to show like these people were kind of having a breakdown, you know, each, and they were trying to figure out what they should do with their lives, especially with each other. So I do think that's probably what they were going for. But either way, I kind of thought the relationship part was a little too long. It was a little drawn out for me. I found that I just kind of wanted to fast forward through some of it, even though I didn't. But it just to me, it didn't really pick up until they started to plan the heist at Harrods. So that's where the movie, honestly, to me, really started picking up. I actually started liking that a little bit more. They go back and forth between whether they should pull the heist or they shouldn't, which I thought was kind of neat because it really showed them trying to be, like, good people. But at the same time, they just, like, circumstances kept happening and kept presenting themselves that they were like, well, you know, life's giving us a chance to do something, and it's like, wait, you know, I mean, it's like, come on. And every time, you know, it's a new challenge presented itself, there was like a new solution automatically too. So to me, I was kind of like, yay, nay, you know, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna like mind it per se though, because it really does pick up at that point. And there's like complications too when they go to actually start pulling the heist at Harrods. They literally get there and then they really starts getting like complications happening, and they have to work through those complications, and they keep going on it until they actually make like decisions right on the fly, like right then and there. Like a complication happens, they're like, okay, so let's do this then, you know, and it's like real fast paced kind of that they're having to make these decisions. This is a rom-com slash heist movie, so I didn't really find it funny though. Like there was a running joke about Paxton getting the name Edgar Allan Poe, and they kind of just kept playing that whole thing, you know, and apparently nobody knows who Edgar Allan Poe is over in the UK. You know, there's a comment where Ejiofor actually says that the people that he saw and worked with were like 12 years old and they were playing Fortnite. So I don't really think there's any 12-year-old security guards, you know, but he was trying to make a point that apparently nobody reads books and stuff, so they don't know who Edgar Allan Poe is, even though they even state in the movie that he's a famous American poet and writer, you know. So yeah, to me, that was kind of lost on me. I didn't really understand why they picked that name and why they kept going with it. Yeah, they do mention most people, again, don't read. The effects were practical effects. They were good. I had no issues with that. Ejiofor plays Paxton as a likable blowhard who overstates his own angst, and he pretty much is a poet. So he literally goes out in the streets and he reads poetry to the people around him, which I thought was really good because he played his part very well in this movie. I thought Anne Hathaway did a really good job as Linda as well, because when they go back and forth with each other and they just kind of tell each other more and more truths, it's when they, the movie starts to get towards the heist and it kind of starts to pick up a little bit. Yeah, she plays Linda, who's like high-strung person who really hates her job. I think the company she works for is Harris because of what they were, of everything with her job is all high-priced merchandise. This movie feels like one of the modestly budgeted movies as well. I'm pretty sure it didn't have a huge budget, but it was like shot on the fly type movie that I might pronounce this name wrong, but it's Soderbergh. I'm guaranteeing I mispronounced that, so I apologize. But it's what he's known for. He did several other movies like this as well. But I found this movie was just a little too long. Like, it was kind of a little hard to watch all of it. I did find myself pausing it several times and getting up and doing other stuff. But I also kind of found myself wanting to fast forward to certain parts as well. Right up until they got to, really start doing the heist. Then I kind of let it play out, and it was a little bit better to me. I think this is going to be one of my one-off movies for watching. I don't believe I'll watch it again. But I would give it at least a 5.5 out of 10. It wasn't like a really bad movie, but it wasn't like a really good movie either. The things I really did like about it were Ejiofor and Hathaway. They were probably the best thing of the movie. Their acting was really good. The characters they played actually had some substance to them, and they were really good at it. They had banter that was back and forth that they pulled off like they were like an old married couple. So I actually thought their performances were believable. And that was, to me, was the best part about the whole movie. So, I mean, if you guys want to watch it, you can, because this really wasn't didn't really have a lot of spoilers in it, but again, yeah, for me, it's probably my one-off. 5.5 out of 10, I'd give it. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. Leave a comment down below as well if you saw the movie, what you thought of it, what you thought of this review. Take care for now, everybody.